That's it.
You hold.
No, make Chalea hold it.
Want to help her? They're like. That's a good idea. Here, you hold that. This is illegal. You can't record me without my consent. I didn't sign anything, Lexi. There was a bunch of kids out there, so I'll give it a minute. Shed their vent. If this thing wraps this cord, you'll have to help me. We gotta sit down for now. I'm gonna walk over here in case she gets a little happy with the gerbil. This is not ideal. Need something like a glove. There. We're good. She's had both my thumbs. I couldn't do anything. Nope. There we go. I'm gonna slowly start in case people trickle in. But this here is Aunt Sponge. She is a dwarf reticulated python that we rescued from a friend of ours. Rescued it recently, but she doesn't deal with big snakes, so we took her in. She is full grown. She's very strong. If you would like, you can pet her tail, but let's not touch her face and let's stay calm. And at the end, if I miss you, don't worry, we will have time to pet everybody. Just remember, be gentle, go slow, stay calm. And if a snake bites me, again, nobody panic. Like I said, if I miss anybody, we can do everybody again at the end. Sponge will probably be the only girl I bring fully around for now. Do you guys want to pet her?
That's a big no.
She's not even the big one.
That's just that. You want to pet it? You want to feel it?
She is a dwarf reticulated python.
That is nasty. Those things kill.
Full grown or reticulated python will be about, if you die to this thing, it's your fault.
Can I touch the underbelly?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And it's
Now this girl is a dwarf. She is in the ballpark of around 7 to 8 foot. She is supposed to be full grown, but like I said, we got her from a friend of ours that rescued her. Best information we have is she's about 5 years old. Her head's up here. You're safe. So she should be full grown since she is a dwarf, but it's possible she's just a stunted regular one and she might reach 30 foot. But it's unlikely. She is very strong, so she's more than likely an adult. Now at home, we do have a full-size reticulated python that is still just a baby. She's about 3 years old and pushing around 12 foot. I didn't bring her today, though, because I couldn't get her to eat earlier this week. So just in case she didn't get to come today. Oh. If you're not going to take anybody around, I'll do the ball unless you're going to take somebody around. I'll do arrow, actually. You just watch that. All right, this girl I'm not going to bring out, so nobody's going to get to pet her because she was hungry and bit me earlier. So just in case, I'll show you the bite, though, if you want to see it. This is Arrow. She is a full-grown female king snake. She thought I would be a pretty good lunch earlier and chewed on my thumb. King snakes are called king snakes because they are the king of the snake kingdom. They will eat anything and everything, including other snakes. So these are the snakes most people like because they eat other snakes. No, these are from California. The black snakes we have are the same species as these guys, but they get bigger than these guys. There's her top jaw row, and that's the bottom jaw row. She was chewing on me with the bottom. That's why it's really tore up. That's the first time Arrow's bit me in like 4 years since she was a wee little baby. But I had to actually pry her mouth off because she really thought she was going to eat me. But normally a little bit of alcohol in the nose or something cold will get them off. The bites really don't hurt. When she bit me earlier, I showed her to everybody while she was just chewing on me for like 10 minutes. It doesn't really hurt. It just panics most people. That's where she was chewing on me with her bottom jaw, and that's the top row. They can move all 4 sets of their mouth independently. So a lot of the times they'll hold with the top and chew with the bottom to try to work it into their body, which is what she was doing, which is why. Are all snakes that way? I believe so. That's why if you look at most snakes, you can't really see it on her, but right at the front here, they have a big split that runs down their chin because they unhinge the jaw completely. All right, this girl is a ball python. She is fully grown. She's about average size for a female. They can be a little bit bigger than her, but she's about standard. She's a little on the chunky side. Normally they're a little skinnier, but now ball pythons are super calm. I believe they're the most common pet snake now in the U.S. This girl here is only about 3 years old, but ball pythons in captivity can live over 40 years. This one won't eat anything. Ball pythons are like the pickiest snakes ever. Ball pythons make such good pets to people because the odds of getting bit by a ball python are almost non-existent. You have to have one that is super starving to really get bit. They are very rarely an aggressive snake. When they're fresh shed, they're super soft. This girl probably needs to shed because she's a little rough. Do you want to pet her? Calm down, honey. Hammer down. You're not going to let me do this. There we go. All right, guys. This is Honey. She is just a baby. She's currently sitting somewhere between 7 and 8 feet, I think. When she's full grown, she'll probably be at least 16 feet, maybe upwards of 20. She's a Burmese python. They're commonly known as the puppy dog snake because they don't really do anything. They're usually not aggressive unless they're hungry. Somebody made that noise. They can all vary in color. This girl here, her morph, they call them morphs, they don't call them colors. She is a hypogranate. A normal one, which is the wild color, is more of a brown. Most pythons are more of a brown in their normal color. I didn't bring any normal colored snakes here other than the king snake. The retic was a tiger morph, and the ball python is a super pastel lesser crystal.
Very cool, huh? What do you think? That was weird. It felt like I'm glad you got that.
Now these scare people, but honestly, they are super calm. Big snakes usually tend to be fairly calm aside from yellow anacondas. Yellow anacondas are mean. Don't touch a yellow anaconda. But most big snakes, as long as they're fed, they're lazy. They don't want to do anything. Yep. She's not a normal colored one. She's a hypogranate. It's just like in dogs and stuff. I think in Burmese pythons, there's like 50-ish different things they can come in, give or take. Full grown, they can reach over 100 pounds easily. It varies. A full grown Burm usually won't get more than 25 foot. Usually you average around the high teens. But they easily weigh over 100 pounds because once they get to that length, they grow out a lot. Okay. Yeah, I can't hold anything else with you. I'm sorry. All right, what do you want to do next? All right, I'll bring these micro squirrels around. We can't pet the micro squirrels. They're new to me. They're really skittish. So we're just going to look at these guys. These two are fully grown pair of micro squirrels. Their proper name is African pygmy dwarf dormice. I would let people pet these guys, but they can bite really hard if they choose to bite. But yeah, these guys are actually fully grown adults.
No, you can't touch them, just Whoa, look at this thing. Oh, what a cutie.
Now these guys are very similar to actual squirrels. They are amazing climbers, and they're very fast. We can't pet these ones in case they bite. They bite really hard. They haven't bit me recently, but I've not had them so long, so I don't trust them. I'll get there. I would rather be bit by any of the snakes than one of these dormice. Snake bites really don't hurt as much as people think. But rodent bites, any type of rodent, rabbit, all kinds of stuff like that, they bite much harder. I didn't mean to throw bedding in your face. They do have a longer tail.
Because I thought maybe it was like a flying squirrel.
Flying squirrels are much larger. Flying squirrels are much larger. Not really. Like, she wants to bite me. That's why she has her mouth open right now. Come here. All right. I'll bring this guy. We got to go one at a time and pet him gently, okay? He's a gerbil. He was chewing on me a lot earlier, so if he starts chewing on me, I'll have to put him back. It doesn't really hurt unless he really wants to bite me. But if he decides to really bite me, it will really hurt. But he was just telling me earlier he had enough of people, so I had to put him up. He's already trying to nibble me. So I'm going to have to go quickish. A gerbil.
Look, Jenny. Look.
A gerbil.
I just really, all I saw.
Not really. I mean, they're more temperamented like a rat, but they're closer to a hamster. But they're not mean like hamsters tend to be. Yeah.
Just not attack because it might bite you.
He might nibble, yeah.
Make good pets.
They're pretty good pets. I got him older, so he's not as friendly as the ones I've raised young.
And they're pretty good pets.
But yeah, the two I have that I would have rather brought, but they're on babies right now, so I couldn't bring them, but they are super friendly. This time I think they had like 8, but they can have a lot more. He can. He's nibbled me a few times already, but he doesn't really bite. He doesn't angry bite. Hasn't. All right. Yeah, I can do the birds next. I'll start with Henry. No, I won't. I'll start with George. Calm down, Bubby. All right, this is George. He is a Sarama rooster. He is almost full grown. They are the smallest breed of chicken other than maybe the Kikiriki, which is basically the same thing. It's just the Puerto Rican version. You can pet him. He might nibble, but it doesn't really hurt. He's never seen this many people before, so he's very nervous. Now, chickens come in all kinds of sizes and colors. I'm sure you guys have seen quite a few, but usually they're a lot bigger than this guy. There's actually some breeds of chicken born bigger than this guy. Oh, calm down. I'm putting you back. I'll do Henry. All right. Stop, buddy. Give me your feet. Nope. All right, guys, quiet down. We don't want to freak him out. This is Henry. He's almost fully grown. He is a call duck. I believe they are the smallest species of duck as well. You can pet him. Now, call ducks actually come in a lot of colors. A lot of people think this guy's a mallard duck just because he's the mallard duck color. But mallard ducks are way bigger. These guys are mainly used just as pet ducks. They stay fairly calm. He's not too used to being handled, so he's a little squirrely right now. Put your wing down. Stop. He nibble you? He's a little mad that I'm not letting him fly away. Call ducks are actually really good at flying in general. His wings are clipped, so he can't fly as good as they can, but he can still fly better than most birds. Most birds are, believe it or not. All right. Oh. Now, this girl doesn't look near as cute right now because she's just coming into her feathers, but she is actually a chocolate turkey. She's somewhere between a month and 2 months. I'd have to look to be sure, but she's just a baby. She'll reach about the size of the wild turkeys we have. See, she looks like a vulture right now because we have turkey vultures, so they look similar to a featherless turkey. But once she grows her feathers in, she looks a lot different. But she's just a baby, that's why her feathers are a complete mess and her head's half bald. It'll grow in better. Turkey. Not a turkey vulture, just a turkey. She looks like a turkey vulture at the moment because she's still half bald, but she's just a baby. I would have brought a bigger turkey, but they are much bigger than her shortly after this because they grow extremely fast. A picture of her face. Most heritage breed turkeys are fairly calm, but she is a heritage breed turkey. Production birds don't tend to be calm. They tend to be a little crazy. Don't start flying on me. What's your tail? Oh, yeah, we'll do rabbits. I'm gonna put hand sanitizer on. Work our way up to the biggest. This boy here is Star. He's 5 years old, or just about 5 years old. He's a mini Rex. He is fully grown. He has Rex fur, so he is super soft like velvet.
Is it a girl or?
Boy. You gotta feel this one.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's so soft. Look, Luke, here's the bunny. I'm gonna pet it like this. It's very soft. Ooh. So yeah, let Channing. Here. Pet it. Ooh.
You want a good picture of him? Yeah. There you go. It won't hurt him. Star's a baby. He's used to being played with. Do you guys want to pet him? He's a mini Rex, yeah. Mm-hmm. He's not potty trained, but I have potty trained several. All right. What's this thing's name? Ruffian?
Yes.
Girl.
Yes.
Alright, this girl here, while she looks the same as Star, is a standard Rex. Star is full grown at about 4 pounds. She's a little bit bigger than him now, and she'll be roughly 8 to 10 pounds when she's full grown. What? She's only 3 months old, and he's 5 years old. Now, her fur is not as soft right now because she still has a baby coat, so it's kind of rough. But once they hit that adult coat, she'll be super plush, just like Star. Now, Rex are the breed I generally recommend as pets. They're about the calmest rabbit I've ever dealt with in general. It's just their fur type. It makes them velvety.
Oh, gentle, gentle. Oh, sorry. Hi. Is that black part of her?
Mm-hmm. She's a Harlequin, so she's black and orange. Like you guys can see, I'm barely holding her. Rex just tend to be super calm. I'm gonna finish up rabbits first. I don't have a porcupine, he's a hedgehog. Oh yeah? Alright, we're gonna hold this guy like a baby because he's a little more squirrely. He is a silver martin. While he won't bite or anything, he's not very receptive to being held. So he's kind of grumpy that I'm holding him. A silver martin. It's a breeder rabbit.
Oh, gentle, gentle.
He's just flinching because he's not too used to people. You want to pet him? Now, this guy's still not full grown. He'll gain another probably 2 pounds or so. Maybe 3. He's just jumping because he can't see you because I have his eyes half closed. A rabbit. He's a silver martin. Alright, I'll put you down. You don't have to yell at me anymore. Huh? He's just puffing air at me. Alright. Oh. Alright, this girl here, she is a Flemish giant. She's about 14 pounds and she's only 6 months old, 7 months old. She'll probably be in the ballpark of 16, 17 pounds.
Did she go out to Petco? I feel like we might have seen her.
No, she's never been there. But there is somebody in Morgantown that does bring a Flemish around. I haven't named her yet.
What's his name?
I haven't named her. Now, rabbits can actually be much bigger than this girl. She's only 14 pounds. The world record is a continental giant that's 32 pounds. So more than double this girl's size. Did I miss somebody? 1 second. Flemish also make pretty good pets. A lot of people like them because they're hard to lose. They don't move very fast. And they're generally pretty calm. Usually if you hold a smaller breed rabbit like this, they freak out. A Flemish giant. Giant. You got a good picture? But like I said, she's just a baby right now. She'll get another few pounds and her ears will probably get a decent bit bigger. Why are you angry?
Because I'm tired.
She's probably warm. I'm putting off a lot of heat. Alright, I'll put you down. I'm sorry. Oh. I'll do Max and then I'll do the chins. So don't let them out. That's stuck. That'll be alright. He's not going to be happy with me. Come on, Bubby. Wake up. Wake up. This guy's been kind of contrary with me all day. They sleep during the day, so it's kind of like I'm disturbing his sleep. I don't even think he's going to let me pull him out. Give me the glove. I'll pull him out. I'm just going to put on my heavy glove. That way if he starts spiking me, it doesn't really hurt that much. They don't really hurt that bad anyways. I just don't like the feeling of having a bunch of holes poked in me. Alright, I got bedding on there. Alright, this is Max. He's a hedgehog. When they calm down and lay their quills down, they're actually really soft. You can pet him, but if you startle him, he might poke you. The pokes don't actually hurt that bad. They just usually scare people. But no, when they put when they're calm, they'll lay their quills down, and it's very, very soft. But at the moment, he's not happy. He's not even showing his little face. Not when they're like this. Ooh. When they, yeah, but their body's actually soft when they lay their quills down. They'll lay them all down in one flat direction. It's super smooth. I'm not sure. When they're not actively puffing, the quills won't really stab you. Which he's not really that angry at the moment. He's just in sleep mode. He's half awake, but yeah. When they lay their quills down, they're super soft. Yeah, but right now he's in defense mode. When they sleep, they ball up like this. That way, if anything tries to attack them in their sleep, it gets spiked. But right now, he's still pretty sharp because he's not laying them down. Yep.
Very gently. Kind of like short. Yeah, it's not.
But no, he's tired of people today, and like I said,
Okay.
they're a nocturnal species, so they sleep during the day and awake at night. So if we did this show at 2 a.m., he'd be all over being petted, but... Oh, now you're going to come out? Really? In captivity, there's a lot of things you can feed them. They make hedgehog-specific foods, but in general, most people just use a high-protein cat food because they're fairly simple. Do you want me to carry him, or can you get one? What do you want, Duck? Pick one. He is a standard color chinchilla. He's about 6 months old. Chalea has Tucker. Tucker is about 3 years old, and he is a chocolate.
Oh my goodness, so soft.
Catch it again. It is so soft. It's like your hands sinking into the
Tucker is the first chinchilla I ever owned. Duke is the first holdback that I've bred. So I've had Duke since he was born. They have floating rib cages, so if you squeeze them, you will shatter their ribs and kill them. So when you hold a chinchilla, if you can't handle them by the body, you need to handle them by the base of the tail. You can't do that with a lot of species. Like if you did that to a micro squirrel, you'd tear their tail off. But chinchillas have really strong tails.
It's very fast.
Now these guys are due for a dust bath, so they're not perfectly soft, and that's why you can kind of see the parts in their hair. But I didn't want to bring them all dusty, so... Duke has been pulling his fur. These two live together. Tucker is a retired breeder. And Duke is a potential future breeder, but for now he hangs out in the bachelor pad with Tucker. Their tails don't fall off. If their tail comes off, they're probably going to die. They don't lose their tails. That's why it's safest if you have to handle them to hold them by the tail. No, they don't deglove like most rodents. If you do that to a rat, gerbil, and stuff like that, if you pull too hard, it'll just pull the skin off the tail. But it doesn't do that to chinchillas. He's older. This guy's 6 months old. He's 3 years old. He's fully grown. This guy's still got growing to do. This guy's dad is actually bigger than him. But this guy's dad is very fat and very lazy. So, but he's still a bigger body chinchilla than Tucker is. They can. Not in general. Tucker I let roam all the time. I don't know what they technically are. I call them rodents, but I call a lot of things rodents, so... They're very rodent-like.
Yeah, they are. It kind of reminds them, yeah.
Well, I call dagoos and gerbils rodents. But an interesting thing about chinchillas that a lot of people freak out about, unlike most things, their toenails aren't sharp. They don't come to a point. They have nails like we do that are flat and wide. I don't know if I could get it to where everybody can see it, but he has little flat wide nails. You can't even really feel them.
No. Well, that's good.
Now, if they climb up your back or something vertically, you can usually feel them, because Tucker's done that to me a few times, but...
So they don't climb...
They can. They're pretty good climbers, but they don't stick. They're actually from the mountains of Chile. They're actually a mountain species. These guys are the reason we had to be inside today, because they cannot get too hot. Once you start going like over like 72 degrees, it can be dangerous for these guys. From the mountains of Chile. Is that everybody? All right, guys, that's everybody. So if you have parents with you or guardians, you can come up here and see things, get pictures with things if you would like, ask us any questions. I will more handle the snakes, and Shaylee will take time with individuals. We're not going to touch micro squirrels, and we're not going to play with the hedgehog since he's being grumpy.
What was the first animal you got?
That I have? If anybody wants a picture with like honey around their shoulders or something, let me know. Honey's the easiest for pictures just because she's so big and so tall. Yeah, I'll bring Honey over here. So anybody who wants pictures with the big snake, I'll be over in the corner. You can take a picture of the wall. But I can't let him know. All right, guys. Who wants to go first? We're going to go one at a time for the most part. If you guys want a group picture, she's long enough. I can do a few people, but. All right, who's in it? Here. Slip her around your shoulder. And we'll slip her on your shoulder. But I'll hold her head just in case. I know people that do it. I know a guy that used to have, I want to say the last time he talked about her, she was about 23 foot long, and she just roamed his house. She was a retainer python, not a bunny. Probably not. Going around your neck? I know. Never go for the picture. You got it? I got her head. You're safe. That's just her tail. You can hold her tail. You look forward for your picture? She's just a baby. Burmese pythons and Cottrill pythons tend to be, if they're not handled much as they go bigger, they can be more aggressive. But unless they're hungry, they normally don't do anything. Unless they're protecting eggs too. Mm-hmm. All right, turn around.
Turn around, look at me.
Turn around, I'll give you her tail. Give me 1 second. She's holding her tail hostage. All right.
No, you switch the next. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. There you go. Look. Look. Turn around. Look at me.
Yep. Does anybody else want a picture with Honey before I put her away? Okay.